me just try to create. Obviously, this should not be over here. Pantry is not already present, so I will create my field pantry. So, and it should be a choice. Bring it on the form anywhere you want to position it, and new choice is created. Click on the magnifying glass icon. Type is actually choice. Give it the name pantry, and click outside. And something that you can do is, or try to give it the name u underscore pantry, and the default is none, and we can actually give it the choices. What are these choices? You can select the choices right here. Let's say tea, the value is tea. Coffee, something like this. Yeah. Oh, okay. This one. So we have created this field with type choice and provided these 4 choices, and clicking outside and saving this form and going back to the form, we can definitely see this new field is created with these choices. Pantry, we can select this tea, coffee, and all of these things. Now, if you right click on this and do a show onto this, it is again saying you it is type of string. Why? Because if you try to configure the dictionary of this guy, it will take you to the dictionary part of it, and it will say, okay, this pantry is type of string. Why? Why it is a choice? Because it contains these 4 choices. The label is anything, but we have to look at the value. We can give the label at anything, like instead of making tea, we can make it green tea. Change the label, save over here. Yeah, there is also one way. This is also one way of actually changing the value from the list. Double click on it, change it, coffee, let's say cold coffee, and do a directly check mark. It will actually save. So, but the value remains same. Label can be anything. It is only the value that we have to look at, or we are concerned about. Incident. Let's try to open an incident. Yeah, we have this. The new values are updated. Green tea and cold coffee and anything. And you can save your form using these. Okay, so that's how we have created these. I want to give you some assignment quickly. Yeah, there is one more thing I want to quickly cover over here is some things were to be made mandatory. I had written it somewhere. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Reference thing will cover tomorrow.
We can definitely cover. Let me also create one reference field for you guys. So okay, from where do you want me to create? From form designer, or from form layout, or from dictionary itself? Mm,
Dictionary.
let's just create it from dictionary. So I want to create one reference field which will say which one. Then the field name will be requester, or the one person who has actually requested this incident. So configure and go to dictionary of it. Even if you go to dictionary, it will take you to the same thing. Even if you go to table, same thing. Let's just go to dictionary right now. Configuring the dictionary of this thing. So you see, these are the table, these are the columns that are there. So all of these columns are part of this particular table. You can create any. So let me just create one. This will actually create one dictionary entry. Dictionary entry means a record or a column inside a database. What type we want is, we want a reference type. The label will be the person requested for. Requested for. Clicking outside will give the name automatically. U underscore requested for. This is a reference field. And so you see there is one star icon coming. If you don't fill it, it will not allow you to fill it, which is saying the reference. The reference field specify what table this fields displays the value from, right? Self understood, from which table you want the values in this field. So let's say I want to grab the values from sys user table right now without any filter. I will try to give the name user, hit on enter, and try to find my sys user table. If you look at this user, this is not sys user, this is import user, which we have seen at the time of importing from Excel, but I'm specifically interested in sys underscore user table. That's why you should go with the username. See the name or the values, not go with the label. The label was same for both of them, but we're interested in sys user table only because this is the actual user table inside ServiceNow. I've selected
And
sys user and
and
I
we
have
can filter also for this field
yes,
here.
yes, I'm coming there. I'm
Okay.
coming there. So we have created one reference field. The name is requested for taking the value from user table. Filter, I'm coming. Let me create one incident. This is going very interesting and we're always short on time. Okay, so where were we? Where have we created that requested for? Let's just try to find, requested for is here. You can rearrange, you're very smart in this. So click on this magnifying glass. You can see all of the 639 records are coming from sys user table. So I can select any of them. Let's say I select user one and click on save. So now let's mm, now let's try to save this thing and try to apply filters on this. So what is even the point if we have two fields that are same? So caller is also this. This is self-understood. This is the person who actually created the ticket, and this requested for is the thing for whom the ticket was actually created for. Right? It can be someone else. Right? Abhishek is creating a ticket for me. My system is completely down. I'm unable to even log in or open the system. So he logged in from his user ID, and in the requested for he put my name. But let's just try to put some filters also. So this reference field is taking all the records without any filter. 639 records we can see. There is no filter. If you want to apply the filter, you can directly go right click configure dictionary. From here, if you configure dictionary for this field, it will directly open that thing. If you want to configure dictionary from here, it will open the whole forms fields, and you'll have to find your field that you recently created. You can sort by updated or sort by created, and you see uh, that newly created field you requested for is there. You can directly press this I button and open the record. This is the field that you created, right? And we've given the reference over here. Let me know if I'm going very fast in this, if you're not able to understand. So this is one way of going here. Another way is directly right click and configure dictionary, which is much easier. Right click and configure dictionary. It will take you to the same page, that fields dictionary page. It is loading right now. It has taken you to the same page. So the filter that we want to apply right now, that's a very good suggestion. So user table is taking all of the users irrespective of the filter. Let me apply one filter which says active is true. All of the users that are active, show me only those users. So this filter I have applied active true. If I save it, so and go back to any incident record, I will be able to see this particular filter. Let me keep open the form design incident, create new. So this user table now having 639 records without any filter. This requested for, which is also taking, oh sorry, this requested for taking a filter which is 638 because we have one user which was inactive. You understood the requirement, or let's just try to put up a different filter if it is not. Removing this filter, I am trying to find all of the users whose name or whose name or whose name first name starts with user. Let's try to apply this filter. So this filter is applied. If I try to refresh now, this is also saved. You see, I'm after making every change, I'm just saving that record. This is very much necessary because you've made the change. There is no point of making it if you don't save it. So now this requested for field will only show you 11. There are two users. This user one was previously coming from out of the box, and this user ITIL is also coming out of the box. And these are our 10 users. So it is showing you all of the users that the first name contains or first name starts with user. It is not showing you all 639 records. So that's how you can actually apply the filter. What is this filter and how are we applying it? Simply this way. uh, sys underscore user table dot list the filters that we applied in yesterday's class. So this is 639 records in the sys user table without any filter. The filter that I have applied is from here, where I said first name starts with user, and you can verify that you have 11 records only. So yes, your reference field is actually giving you the correct data requested for only 11 records. There is one more thing from the list that you have seen over here, this user tables list. You have applied the filter, your filter is present here. But when you apply the filter using a reference qualifier, which we recently did, if you open this magnifying glass icon, you don't see any filter. It is automatically applied so that the end users or the user who is using this form is not able to actually see or understand what is happening. So this will not show you any filter, but ultimately the filter is applied in the backend. How we can say that is if we right click, if we show this field, and we can see it is coming from incident. The field name is this, type is reference, taking a reference from this user table, and the qualifier is first name starts with user. This is the reference qualifier. So this is user field. I want to give you guys one assignment. I'm quickly writing this in notepad. Oh, come on, open.
Just a quick question here. So in this case, if there is an issue, the user is not able to see like all the data, so that means there may be some filtration maybe there.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah.
So there is some reference qualifier issue that the expected data that user may have wanted to see, it is not coming even for him or for everyone. So probably, yes, there is a reference qualifier issue. So I want to give you one task is the fields are caller, okay. These two things you will have to work on your PDI, apply these mandatory filters, sorry, apply these mandatory conditions, and you'll have to show tomorrow. So make fields mandatory in every condition or all conditions, irrespective of any condition. These fields should become mandatory. I'm not able to save the form without filling these fields. And make fields mandatory only when state of the incident is not new or cancelled. So assign to field should become mandatory when the incident's state is not new or cancelled. What I mean to say is Question one, you can do all these things mandatory irrespective of any condition. So these things you can make mandatory, just directly go to configure dictionary and make it mandatory. And the second thing is assigned to field should become mandatory only when the state of the incident is new or state of the incident is cancel. State of the incident is not new or cancelled. So when the state is not new or cancelled, it should become mandatory. That means it is in progress, it should become mandatory. It is on hold, it should become mandatory. It is resolved, it should become mandatory. And it should closed, it should become mandatory. For these two fields, it should not become mandatory. Right? Try to make mandatory this assigned to field on these conditions. These two things, please configure in your system in a PDI, and we can then connect tomorrow. Okay.
Is
Any
it possible?
questions?
Tomorrow do we have class?
Oh, sorry, Monday, my bad.
And is it possible to make some like common WhatsApp group or something where you can post or on chat?
You can connect with Prasad,
Okay.
and he will give you all of the details. If you have some questions, you can post to Prasad. He will convey all these questions to me. I will provide the answers. Any questions for form configuration? Yeah, tomorrow definitely we will cover the form builder. If any one of you have time in weekend, also try to look at this form builder. I will give you a little peek of it. It is more advanced way than using form designer.
Is it a new functionality?
Yes, it is the latest one. Form builder came into, if
What?
I'm not wrong, it came into Vancouver,
Okay.
one version below this. This is much more advanced way, and this, yeah, it's beautiful. So same thing, that's why I gave I show you how this thing actually works. It's the same thing almost, but a little advanced. All of the fields that are present, you can just drag and drop all of them. If they are not present, you can click on this add field on the table. You can actually add them. And other components like a form section you want to add. What is a form section? This is a form section we have seen. Any form section you want to add. Oh yeah, one more thing, form section. How do you add actually form section? So this is one form section on form designer. Incident have all these things, and this is a second separator. Same thing, this is a form section, same form section, but this is a separate section. This section is not named. The third section is notes, having these two. Another is not having names, so these values are coming inside the note section only. Related records, another unnamed section, and this section. So if you want to create one section, how you can actually create in form designer? See, yeah, I've been using form designer, so that's why I'm very much into form designer. So let me create one form section quickly. My new form section.
So
And let me,
did you click on plus icon to create new section?
yes, I did. Let me try to do it again. There is a plus icon. Add a new section after section 8. So I clicked on this. I give it a name, my new section, and any of the fields I want to, I can just drag and drop. Let's say I want my summary, or all of the fields that I have created, I can just drag and drop it to my section over here and just give it a save. Or I can also drag this whole section up and down, uh, just like this. This whole section can move between these two sections, let's say over here, and do a save. And if I try to refresh the incident, this new form section will be added after these three, or yeah, between these three. See, my new section is added and that field came over here. So that's how you actually add a new section. You can try your hands on form builder also. Any of the fields that are there, you can give annotations, add sections as a component, try fields, search from the fields. Let's say I want to bring up active field, drag and drop over here. Same thing, save it. And if you want to add newly, you can add, and the type is, see, everything is coming from that thing only, form designer, and previously form layout, and at the very end from configure dictionary. So now you have an idea what is a label, what is a name, what is a type of this data type of this particular field should be, and advanced setting if you want to apply some mandatory norm. See, everything is there. So you will now not get lost over here. So yep, this is for today. I will try to cover form builder extensively in tomorrow's Monday's class, and we'll try to do something else also. Form configuration is done. Yeah, that is it.
What will be the
Stopping
next
the
class?
screen. Sorry.
What will be then the next class?
Yeah, next class will include form builder, a little bit of form builder, and a more of catalog, service catalogs. No. Before service catalog, let me also note it down. There is one more thing. Making some fields mandatory and applying some conditions on the form, adding some info messages, these error messages that were coming, right? Please fill this particular field. This is mandatory. Um,
Yeah.
Let me do a star that I want to add it. Form annotations. Form conditions, mandatory, non-mandatory. Because mandatory and non-mandatory, it's not just a checkbox. It is a whole logic behind it, and which is necessary in the business also. And what was that? Okay, I'm forgetting it. I will write it down. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for today's class. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.